Welcome back to Strange Signals, where the lines between myth and memory blur. Today, we summon the story of a name whispered through shadows. A name that has terrified the curious and left a trail of dread across decades. Zozo. The legend of Zozo has terrified those who dare to seek answers from the unknown. A sinister presence lurking within Ouija board sessions, this entity is said to deceive, manipulate, and terrorize those who make contact. Some believe Zozo is nothing more than an internet hoax, while others claim it is an ancient and malevolent force that has haunted humanity for centuries. But what if Zozo is more than just a myth? What if it has been watching, waiting, and feeding on fear all along? The mysterious origins of Zozo is not just a modern internet legend. It has deeper, darker roots. The first recorded mention dates back to 1816 in France, when a young girl was allegedly possessed by 3 demons, one of which identified itself as Zozo. This case was documented in a book about demonology, fueling speculation that this entity may have existed long before its modern infamy. Some researchers link Zozo to ancient Mesopotamian mythology, drawing eerie parallels between it and Pazuzu, the fearsome demon of the wind, known for bringing plague and misfortune. If this connection is true, Zozo's origins stretch back thousands of years, far beyond the accounts of modern Ouija board users. Paranormal researchers have noted reports of an unidentified presence revealing this name during seances and spirit communication as early as the early 20th century. Some believe it could be a recurring manifestation of a specific entity, while others suspect it may simply be a shared hallucination among those seeking something sinister. Many who claim to have encountered Zozo report eerily similar and deeply unsettling experiences. The planchette often moves erratically in a rapid figure-8 motion before deliberately spelling out Z-O-Z-O, a name that instantly fills the air with an unshakable sense of dread. At first, Zozo may seem harmless, even playful, luring participants into a false sense of security. But the shift is sudden and terrifying. The once friendly presence turns menacing, mocking users, issuing chilling threats and claiming ownership over them. It whispers of possession, harm to loved ones, and a fate worse than death, never being able to rid oneself of its influence. The true horror begins after the board is put away. Those who communicate with Zozo often report shadowy figures lurking in their peripheral vision, electronic disturbances, oppressive nightmares, and whispers that seem to come from nowhere. Some say the haunting never truly stops. These encounters follow a consistent pattern which raises an unsettling question. Why do people who have never heard of Zozo before experiencing it report nearly identical phenomena? Skeptics argue that the Zozo phenomenon is a result of the ideomotor effect, a psychological response where unconscious muscle movements guide the planchette. Others believe that the growing fear around Zozo has created a tulpa, a thought-form entity that gains power from belief. But believers insist that the experiences are too eerily similar to dismiss as coincidence. With the rise of the internet, Zozo's name has become more widely known, spreading fear and fascination across paranormal communities. However, some argue that this widespread exposure could be fueling collective hysteria. The more people fear Zozo, the more likely they are to manifest experiences with it. Psychologists suggest that our minds, primed with fear and expectation, may be behind these terrifying experiences. The Ouija board itself has long been associated with subconscious influence. Our own anxieties may be pushing the planchette toward ominous answers. Yet even the most skeptical users sometimes leave a session shaken. Coincidence or not, the feeling of being watched The whispers in the dark and the unexplained disturbances make people think twice about brushing Zozo off as mere hysteria. Regardless of what Zozo truly is, an ancient demon, a tulpa, or a psychological trick, one fact remains: many who have encountered it deeply regret ever touching a Ouija board. The Ouija board has been marketed as a harmless game, but countless paranormal researchers warn against using it without proper precautions. Many believe that once a door is opened, it cannot always be closed. Those who have encountered Zozo often describe a lingering presence, as if something has attached itself to them. Objects move on their own, electronics malfunction, and a constant sense of dread fills their surroundings. Some even report having nightmares of a dark figure with hollow eyes, whispering their name. If Zozo is real, it thrives on fear, manipulation, and the willingness of people to seek answers from beyond. If it is not, then it still represents something powerful, our own fear of the unknown. Zozo remains one of the most chilling figures in paranormal lore. Whether a hoax, a subconscious phenomenon, or a true supernatural entity, the stories persist. People continue to report unsettling encounters, strange phenomena, and an overwhelming sense of dread when the name appears. So the question is, if you had a Ouija board in front of you right now, would you dare to ask, "Zozo, are you there?"